pretty nice. We got some stickers. This is all for setup of an already built machine, but it talks about calibration and things like that. Something to look through in a little bit. Got a test on all of the parts. The obligatory Haribo gummy bears. Mine are not as brutalized as some that I've seen on the internet. Let's see. So we've got plexi. Got the stock PEI sheet. Put this with the textured sheet that I bought. We've got all of the electronics. Got a box of rods. That's fun. These are nicely machined, actually. I say actually like I expected it to be any different. I don't know. Motor kit. Oh yeah, look at that. Motors. What do you know? Metal parts, box 2 of 3. This is really nicely packaged. Everything is in their own section. Metal parts 3 of 3. I don't know where 1 of 3 is yet. We're not there. Core XY parts, hinges, and heated bed set. Electronics and fasteners. Printed parts. I don't know why I started off the video not talking, by the way. That was kind of weird on hindsight. I think this is the main box. Yep. Metal parts, 1 of 3. Now this box is empty. So, alright. Metal parts 1 of 3 is box 1. Box 2 is electronics and fasteners. 3 is Core XY parts, hinges, and heated bed set. Then printed parts. Then metal parts 3 of 3. I'm guessing the motor kit is 6, because this is the only one that's not labeled with a number and a QR code. I wonder if they did some sort of upgrades or something, or if that one just forgot to get labeled. So that would be 6. 7 is metal parts 2 of 3. 8 is the electronics and chamber parts. 9 is more electronics. 10 is rods, and 11 is the plexi set. Yeah, that's that. Hot diggity. I wonder if I should go through and open all the things right now. I really don't have time to put this all together. But do I really have time to not put it together? I think everybody here knows the answer there. Where's my... I think this is the back plate, and just a nicely like metal flake powder coated, bent out of one sheet of steel. Got some threaded bosses pressed in a couple spots. And I don't know, I might have liked to see like a wrap around there because that's kind of flimsy. But I would imagine once it all comes together, it's not going to matter. And so that is set inside this piece, which I think is one of the base plates, if I had to guess, either a base plate or a top plate. I'm sure once I actually open the manual for assembly, it will tell me exactly what is going on here. So we've got a couple brackets, maybe for the XY gantry, if I had to guess. This is all guesswork here, by the way. I don't know jack. This is maybe the base plate. Yeah, because you can see like there, and there cut out for the motors. So yeah, this will be the back plate, or bottom plate rather. And then the open one here will probably be for the top. If I had to guess. You're gonna hear me say that a bunch if you are actually watching this. Oh, there is a part in here. Huh. Just a little nearly 180 degree bent piece. I don't know what you're for. I think that's it in here. But then we've got, oh wow. So this is really interesting because there's this foam that looks like it was really well thought out on how to package this. Yeah, more bent pieces, probably corner pieces, I would guess, like upright corner pieces. And then there's this piece right here that is slid down and secured over that foam that has some more bends. This is a really beefy piece. Based on the geometry here, this maybe holds the motors underneath or maybe it holds it up top. The layout and the hole placement suggests that motors sit there. Oh, these would be the corner pieces. Those other bent pieces must be the top. Oh. And they are definitely specifically made. So like of these four, these two are the same. The holes in them are the same. And then these two are kind of they're the same on this side, but then this side, they have the same rectangular cutouts, but then they each have different holes. So we'll see about that. Yeah, I'm really liking this packaging. This is pretty impressive. And then we have more pieces, and I believe this is the bottom of the package. Yeah. So same. So these four are all the same. Yeah. And then this one is another of the same. And then this last one has some cutouts. I wonder if this is for the bottom somehow. Maybe like holes to mount the electronics into, because there's enclosures like for the screen and control. Anyway. And then, yeah, I wonder if, are these the same here? Nope. Nope, this one's different. So the two that I uncovered earlier, they have more holes. Like there's an extra small hole there. There's holes in the center. And then there's two pressed on threaded holes there. So we'll keep them separate. Or at least note that they are distinct. That one's distinct. Those are all the same. Okay. So that's all the metal pieces. I'm just going to put this all back. This is very well packaged. This is very well thought out. I'm really appreciating this so far. Metal parts 1 and 3. Let me go back. Another random thing I really liked about this when it was delivered, it has these really heavy duty plastic handles here. So nobody chucks it around. They actually pick it up properly. That was a little nicety, you know? Alright, box 2. Electronics and fasteners. We got our free sample PLA filament, gravity gray and jet black. Small parts and fasteners, really well labeled and organized. Now I've heard complaints about previous Prusa kits being organized by like section that you in terms of like assembly steps. Cleaning accessories. And this, for this build, everything is just kind of thrown into categories by, or categorized by like type of part. Like this is seals and ties. You've got some foam seals for the doors. You've got some zip or cable ties, not zip ties. You've got grommets. And honestly, like, I kind of like the idea of all of it being organized by type of part. That kind of fits my mental model a little bit better, and I think in the process of working through this build, it will provide maybe a more in-depth learning, because I'm having to think about actively, like, oh, this part and this part and this part, these different categories of parts go here. A Torx screwdriver and a Phillips screwdriver and a set of needle nose and a couple of spanners and hex wrenches. We got tools. This is very IKEA. So, are we sure he's from the Czech Republic? Cable ties. More cables for the heated bed. Filament sensor. Main FE. I don't know what that is, but that's like power and ground. Fasteners, 1 of 3. A bunch of M3 stuff. Fasteners, 2 of 3. More M3 stuff and some nylon rivets. Fasteners, 3 of 3. We've got M2, M3, M4. Yeah, alright. Prusa lubricant. Alright. That's nice. I wonder what kind of grease they use. If it's just like a yeah, I'm just curious. And cables, 1 of 3 box. An RGB LED strip, white LED strip, a door sensor, and a main cable. I suppose I could open that up and show you. But, I mean, you've seen one LED strip, you've seen them all. Some cable loom. It's not my favorite type of loom, but, you know, it works. They probably have a quick assembly method for it, too. Alright, I'm going to throw all this stuff back in here, because I think that will make things a little bit nicer to deal with. Electronics and fasteners, you are going to stay there. Core XY parts, hinges, heated bed set. Okay, so this would be the heated bed right here. And that has its cable already attached to it. Maybe it's soldered on? I don't know. I don't want to open that just yet. We have a belt assembly. We've got a couple of bearing cartridges. This is some nicely machined billet for the holders. And LimiQ bearings. I don't know what the model is, but there's 2 of them in there. There's 2 of those slides. There's another, like a bunch of billet parts in here. This is really nice. I was expecting a bunch of printed stuff, and well, you know, you get some nice billets. So all this XY gantry stuff, aside from the belt tensioning, so the belt tensioning mechanism is, I mean, if that's printed, I'll be damned. That is definitely machined. Probably Delrin, if I had to guess. I don't know. And then belts and a tube for the filament. swap parts, hinges, heated bed set. I don't know where the hinges are. Maybe that's these guys? Yeah, maybe that's a door hinge. Cool. So we've got metal parts, we've got different metal parts, we've got electronics. Here we have printed parts. And this is let's throw it all together. So heat bed and base assembly, Z motor mount, rod mount, cable cover, and an assembly multi-tool. All right. I gotta see this multi-tool. I'm guessing this is it. I wonder if they printed them on Core One. Some printed parts are better than others. Looks like they used a couple different kinds of filament. So that's a motor mount. It's like an isolator. And this is a cable cover, bed cable cover, top and bottom. I wonder if this is a different material. It says E2 on it. I wonder, is E2 the filament type, or is that just the designation so they can very easily sort them? But yeah, you can see that they're different filaments, different quality prints. I wonder if it's because of the proximity to the bend, they're using like a higher temp filament for greater heat resistance, would be my guess. Heat bed and base assembly, 2 of 2. Bed stops and mounts. And again, this is that lighter gray filament, probably indicative of having to be close to heat. Back assembly, Wi-Fi cover, magnet holder, power supply cover, and yeah, this is that dark, that black filament. Although it looks like it's different filament than these other black parts. Could be wrong. The finish is different. It looks kind of sparkly. Oh, you know what? I bet that's because it was printed on a textured plate. Yeah, that's what that is. Core XY assembly, 2 of 2. Mounts, shrouds. Again, we've got a mix of different filaments in here. Oh, look at that, multicolor. Filament sensor, spool holder. We've got LCD and sides. And again, we got, some multicolor print going on here. That's neat. And then some more of these dark gray motor mounts, tensioner, Bowden guide, print head cover. I don't know. I'm curious to know why they chose the different filaments. I doubt I will ever get an answer on that. Maybe I'll ask on forums or on Reddit. And I'll get a bunch of people screaming at me, "You should know this! I've done building Prusas for 20 years!" Dude hasn't been building printers for 20 years. Well, maybe he has, actually, now that I'm thinking about it. That was box 4. This is box 5. Metal parts. 3 of 3. We haven't even got to 2 of 3 yet. And here we are, skipping the line. So, it's a back plate with an uncoated section for the ground. And This would be uncoated for the ground. It fits nicely like that. So power supply goes in there. Righto. Some thicker walled tube stock so they can drill and tap for screws. And then, what are you? An already assembled piece. I guess they didn't trust us to assemble that hinge because it uses these type of press-on connectors. I don't know. I will find out what that is. Right now I have no clue. All the metal stuff I'm gonna leave out because, I don't know, just seems like the thing to do maybe. So here we're on box 6, the unlabeled box 6 that I have to guess is box 6 because it's the only one that it could be. So we have steppers. Son of a biscuit. And, oh yeah, that's for a lead screw. So we've got 2 different kinds of steppers. 2 different kinds of steppers that are not connected already to lead screws. We've got the extruder stepper, which is nice and small. And then we've got the X-axis. And this would be the Y-axis. It's nice that they have these all labeled. I wonder if they're calibrated differently, or if it's just like a, don't make any mistakes, dummy. And then these 2 here are on lead screws, and so it's Z-axis right, and I'm guessing the other one's just going to be Z-axis left. That would make sense, right? Right. We're just going to go with that. So we're going to stay right back in here. Box 7. This is exciting. I'm excited. Are you excited? I know you can't talk to me, but I'm excited. So this is metal parts 2 of 2. Right out the gate, we got a fancy orange powder coated angular piece with some double-sided tape on it. Okay. Maybe I just haven't been paying close enough attention and haven't noticed that in other Core Ones. But I'm looking at that like, yeah, cool, shiny, pretty colors. And again, with the, just really, really thoughtful packaging here. I'm impressed. I like this. Why are you? Oh, okay. So there's a piece that has a 180-degree bend on it. And for packaging, so this is one of the sides. Whether or not it's the, yeah, this might be the real side because it's got those holes there. But because of that 180-degree bend there, they've got a piece of plastic. Or is that a separate piece? WTF? Oh! It's not a 180-degree bend. It's magnets. Magnets, how do they work? So there was a piece of cardboard in the middle there, probably to keep it from being damaged during shipping. Very nice. Good touches. I like stuff like this. It's very, I don't know, it scratches a part of my brain that's like, oh, you guys just thought of everything, didn't you? Except how to get this piece out of here. And yeah, this is the other side. No mounting hole. So yeah, that's got to be the side that is intended for the filament. You are going in a box. Box in a box. So that was 7. Hey, we're on box 8 out of 11. Look at this. We're making progress here. Electronics and chamber parts. Show me your chamber parts. We don't need none of that around here. We got some cooling fans. 24-volt cooling fans. Completely rebranded. Don't know who the OEM is. I'm sure some nerd on the internet knows. Anti-vibration feet. That's a really thick rubber. That's nice. I'm probably just going to put it on a cinder block, but whatever. Others, we've got a fan grid, LED status cover, motor washer, Z-nut. So that's plastic. Those are not printed, but that Z-nut, that's billet like the rest. Some cable sleeving. I'll tell you, this is why I don't like this stuff. So it's nice because you can undo it and pull cables out, but it's kind of a pain in the butt to work with. I'd rather just work with that that sleeve that you squeeze like that and it expands, the expandable wire sleeving. I like that stuff better. Oh well, who am I to be picky? Ah, we got ourselves a linear rail. Look at that. And we actually have a this is the first item in here that has had a non-Prusa branding on it. THK, the mark of linear motion. Made in Vietnam. Alright, that's cool. And we got ourselves another stepper. This stepper is Z-axis left. So I was wrong about the one in the motor kit because I pulled out a Z-axis right. So the other one, left, right, back. Yeah, because there's 3. Yep. Well, it's good to be wrong every once in a while. It's good for the soul. I don't know what I'm talking about. My cat's getting annoyed with me. It's like, Dad, feed me. Don't you know it's 20 minutes until you feed me? So, electronics box. Buddy extension, stepper, splitter, NFC antenna, filament sensor, and thermistor. Cool. Very nice. Love that all these are in this padding, and then there's the thermistor just kind of hanging out. Oh well, there's probably reasons for that. Like, oh, it's not likely to incur damage, so we don't care. Alright, we're gonna put you all back. So linear rail goes in here. Again, with the nice packaging, this is, by and large, this is really pleasant, you know? It's nicely thought out. You clearly care about being well received and people liking them. They like me, they really like me. It's impressive. It is. This is no small feat to have this well-designed packaging. I mean, it's really next level. I knew what I was getting into, but I didn't. I've never had a Prusa printer before, so USB flash drive, Core One, laser engraved with a QR code. Schmancy. Hey, that's not a Prusa QR. What are you doing here? Actually, it probably is. This is a sticker. Goo 194. We're going back in there. Putting it back in there. USB driver going back in there. This would be the power supply. Delta PSU, 24 volts. Sweet. Very nice. Well, this was in there. I'm going to put it back in the same way that it came out. Less can get screwed up that way. Hey, it's the motherboard. Look at this. Prusa FDM Mark IV X Buddy. That's cool. Look at that tiny little coin cell. He's so cute. Mark IV Love Board. I wonder why they call it that. An extruder. Not the entirety of an extruder, but you know, some of it. Heat bed, Core XY, and LCD. That has nothing to do with the LCD. Why do you say that? Unless it's those fasteners are meant for it. Got some bearings in there. Weird. Oh, LM8W. See, I don't think those are the same bearings that are in those other assemblies, though. Those were bigger than these. I could be wrong. I'm probably wrong. In fact, I'll almost guarantee that I'm wrong. FDM Mark IV Wi-Fi. We got a Wi-Fi chip here, folks. Sweet. I like Wi-Fi. Can use it to hack into the mainframe. Do people still do that? Do they hack into mainframes? Is that a thing? Hey, dude. Calm down. I'll feed you in a minute. I gotta finish unboxing this stuff for the camera. Because people requested it. You got a little LCD. Very cool. Oh, stepped encoders. That's nice. That's the stepped encoder. It's a nice tactile experience. I'm into it. And then the extruder box. Hot end assembly, thermistor, an extruder heatsink, PG ring, PG assembly. Thank goodness it's not rated R. Yeah, I'm not going to pull that crap out. We're just going to leave that in there. We're going to say that we did it. Yep, that's what we're going to do. Put it back in there. Come on. Come on. Come on. Come on, little buddy. I'm not going to hurt you. Probably butchered that. The box closes. We're almost there. I'm not going to set anything on top of it, though. And then we got the metal rods, which I already mentioned. So yeah, those definitely are different. So we got two different size rod bearings here. our bearing rods. These are technically bearings though too, right? Like the bearing slides on the bearing surface. I don't know. Yeah, 2 different sizes. So those bearings in the machined billet carriers definitely are different than those LM8UU. Is that correct? Did I say that right? And then we got the plexi set. The plexi set is for the front of the machine and the top of the machine. Look at that. Nice. Flexi. The flexi plexi. That covers the machine that will soon print a flexi rexi. Oh, that's not that funny. Shut up, Jacob. There's the door. Look at that. Prusa Core One. Yeah. Alright. That's about enough of this nonsense. It's not nonsense. This is exciting as shit. I'm so stoked. Now I just gotta wait like 3 weeks so that I can actually have time to build it. I'm kidding. I'm probably gonna stay up for like 3 days straight trying to put this thing together. I've heard that it's kind of a pain in the butt. So... Hi. Yeah. That's it. Thank you for watching my unboxing. Yeah. Bye.